we had a little of everything. Ernest had this place he was building in the 60s. I remember I was working down on Jacksonville Beach at the Animal Hospital. And scheduled Ernest to work. He was working at the laundry. I remember a lot of things. Georgia May sitting out there, Georgia May Whitfield. We were all here together. The Williams. There's a lot of families around that's still around. We went through a lot, but we survived it. I've been in riots. Axtown Saturday, Axtown Friday. We were there. I was in the middle of coming from the Strand Theater downtown Jacksonville. You had to fight to get out. So I was in all of this. I've been in a lot of stuff that a lot of people have never been in. So I'm grateful to be here, and I recognize this guy from TV. What's your name again? I can't think of your name. Huh? John Thomas, that's right. He used to be on Channel 4, I believe. Way back. Beach life is great, and I'm proud of where I came from. I'm proud of Black Man, and I'm proud of my ancestors.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Let's talk a little bit.
Mrs. Mayor, I hope y'all don't hold it against us from the city. Back in the day when we were kids, we loved the ocean. That's what made me think about it. But the Atlantic Beach City, as kids, we used to jump the fence at the barnyard over there, with the city yard, and we would borrow some of those big old inner tubes they had to put in those tractors. And we would blow them up, and we would roll them all the way down to what was then the sea turtle. We would tie about 3 of them together and go out beyond the breaks. And when we come out the water, we would be at the gate down in Bayport where you couldn't go any further. But we would swim, dive, jump, and I don't think we carried the inner tubes back, but when we needed some more, we just jumped the fence and let it back. So don't hold that against us. But it was a great time. And I used to surf. I had some good friends that carried me out and taught me how to surf, and I tell people that today, and they go, wow. I go, yeah, I did it all. Beach life was a good life, and we just had a great time out here. Thank you.
Talk a little bit about the nightlife, the nightclub here at the Voo-Swar. I remember when I was a kid, the gold standard for chicken sandwiches was Voo-Swar. And all over Black Pond, somebody would be in the kitchen there, like, oh, this tastes like the Voo-Swar chicken if it was really good. Talk about the nightlife chicken sandwich, what Mr. Ernest and Voo-Swar.
That was great too.
It was tradition to have a Voo-Swar chicken. As a matter of fact, Mr. Ernest was born in Lydia. He used to bring a bag of chicken sandwiches to school. She put to bring on the school bus and sold them. She had to read the bag, and it was good. We used to look forward to read the bag, but the only place we really had to go as kids was here at the Voo-Swar. And I'm pretty appreciative of her. You know, the people that patronize the place had no idea what this man went through here, you know. I heard a lot of stories, you know. We stood at that counter, and everybody would come in and tell Mr. Ernest what he should do and how he should do it. He would listen. And then at the end of their conversation, the very word was, "Let's give me old for a beer." Nobody wanted to put in no work, but he never turned them down. And the man sacrificed. He could have closed these doors years ago and got a nice piece of money and went on back to business, but he stayed. You know, and I'm proud of that man.
I remember when I was a child, I went to a funeral. Someone got killed up on Mayport Road in the community, and they had the banquet, the after funeral deal right here, the repast. They had the repast right here, and Mr. Ernest will constantly tell you sometimes people didn't have money to go get some of the bigger spots, so there were no other bigger spots to get. They would come here, and he wouldn't charge them a dime. Talk a little bit about that, Mr. Thomas.
Sure.
Anybody in the beaches area, had a minimum line, never charge anybody nothing. Then I let them have the building at no cost to the family. So long when they have food, enough them food. I let them use the kitchen, and never charge them nothing. And it's still like that. And guys used to come in there from the base and they used to get the chicken sandwiches and resell them to the guys. And they come, someone come all the way from Indiana's Jack to buy the chicken sandwich. Because I don't believe in keeping nobody, nothing that my family would do. Because I put my best into my food. I put my food. If I can't do it right, I don't bother with it. Because I've been taught like that. And anything that come out of Voo-Swar, if it's wrong, to come to me. So I appreciate y'all coming, you know, because I didn't know I was in the accumulated crowd. But it's a good crowd, and I love all of y'all. I love y'all. But God will answer prayer. Because this something I wouldn't have never dreamed of seeing it from here. Because it has so much bad talk about this place, what no truth in it. And I want to thank the city of Atlantic Beach for helping and who all participated in this. I want to thank them all. And I thank all you lovely people for being here.
All right. Born here in Atlantic Beach, stand up. Anybody? If you were born here in Atlantic Beach, stand up. Black or white? Black or white, stand up. Miss Freeman, let me get a microphone to you. There are some of the big families here. What is the Davis family? They're like rabbits. Freeman family is also one of the families that have been here. Well, where's the Freeman at? Okay, so Williams and the Freemans are big twins. Oh, okay. Talk a little bit about your family and talk about the Freeman family. Talk a little bit about Williams.
There's 10 of us. 4 girls and 6 boys. And there's still exists. 3 males are still alive, and all the girls, 4 girls are still alive. We raised on Jackson Road on a dirt road. We should go in and our first cousin, so we live south right where they lived across before they moved up to the penthouse next to us. And we had, my parents had a house meeting back there near the city barn. You go in and go in the park. Like there's a house still sitting at my grandparents' house, it's still there. My parents had a house meeting. And back in the day, like Bishop was saying, you know, you raised in love, you live to your parents. So this particular day, we got out of church and the house got so discovery. So we had to chase down the road, even if you like little boys or whoever you like, they saw you chasing your kids back to the So maybe you can always get all the lights and, you know, I remember the dirt road. Mayport Road was a 2-lane dirt road. You know, we grew up then and then the 2-lane road being paved. My uncle got a bad accident, a bad curve on Mayport Road. So it's a lot of history here. And the beaches really made us who we are because we were in love and harmony with our neighbors and our family members. So I remember the barbecue pit. I was younger. I'm the 7th child. So I had 6 above me. They had all the fun and do all that stuff. And mentioning my child and my brother. So those stories I can't tell you about. But I
remember when I was a child, I had been like 11 years old, and they have all these pictures in there, and a lot of those pictures were of people that were a part of a daycare that was back there. So these are pictures of people that would be now in their 40s and 50 years old. So we're talking about Jordan Chapel, Pastor Jordan and his wife. Tell us your connection to them and a little bit about Jordan Chapel.
Love
As Brother Johnson said, we all kinfolks. The Jordans, Reverend Jordan and Margaret Jordan. Joyce is my first cousin. Their mother, Doris, Margaret Jordan, were sisters. And my dad were their brother. So the late Reverend Jordan, again, made a great impact in this community. He was a business owner. Again, worked with the city council. But they had the first daycare that took care of the whole community. And not only that, but my aunt was recognized even through the military. We talked a lot about the military. When the military families would come, she was well recognized that they would let them know about her daycare. Not only did she take care of the black children in the family, but white alike. And she would pick them up in her station wagon and take them all over the beach, drop them off, pick them up, and it was a great time. So Jordan Chapel was a church and a nursery. We all went there as kids. I remember my aunt picking us up and coming by, and we would stay there all day. They were educators, and we had several educators in here. Mom and Pop Simmons from the Roberts Mount Pisgah era. Sister Mary, they were educators. Back then that we didn't have preschools, so we would go to their schools and they were educators, and we went to those. So those people really instilled a whole lot in us back then. But the Jordans in particular, I was sharing with some. Jordan Park is right across from my church, and I'm always proud to say that, let people know that was my uncle. It was named after him, the late Reverend Jordan, William Jordan. So I was always glad to let people know that they dedicated that park in his honor because of his contribution to the community. And he was a great man, and so was our aunt, his wife. She loved kids, and she loved the community, so she really poured her heart out to do the very best she could.
Anyone in the audience have a story, a real good story that you can share with us?
I just have a question. Are there
Sure, that's a question.
pictures? Are there pictures anywhere of your life?
Pictures.
Pictures, you know how we used to do just, now we have cell phones, people take pictures, but I have actual pictures from him.
Where are all the gold pictures?
Yeah.
Well, most of the pictures in the city hall I can tell you about. And in Jack Beach, Larry Beach, and Neptune, I can tell you about the whole history of most of the Duval County. I remember way back when I was young. William Anderson was the first country. And this is why everybody that thing. Maple, Jack Beach, everybody. But the beach is the one that is. Anytime I go out of town, where are you from? You from Jacksonville? I said, I'm from Jacksonville, and I live in the beach. But back in the day, in Jack Beach, we used to go to the beach unless there's something going on there. And then when they had that storm down there, work. You did a lot of hard work. Then in front of Jacksonville, the courthouse, I worked on the drag court. And the first day we was there was Carsell, and Carsell was a bunch of dreads. And they sent me back to Carolina and bought that. And Acwell was a pipeline dreads. And all of those little islands you see, I've been on. I fell heading all the way up to Mexico. Right there where the Coast Guard station is. That used to be March. And there was a poker plant there. I knew how poker singers could come up. John Bonner first started used to be down there by the ferry. Next door to that, there was another place called Homer, Fish Stop. Next door to that was Isaac Lewis. He was a deacon at Friendship Church. Friendship Church used to be over there on Church Road. That's where that church over there, new church, over there was a wood building. There was a school in there too. The Shores used to teach school. All these schools, all these streets here, I know about them because I saw lots of people.
Yeah.
Go to Martin. Museum of Jack's, he took a lot of pictures too.
Okay, thank you.
Roller Martin. Roller Martin, that was my boss, my uncle, great grandmother. Roller Martin, because I was on the hook because I used to go in there. St. Andrew Church, you couldn't go in there chewing no chewing gum. Couldn't do that. All of the older people, because I went to school at 144, but 144, it was a two-story building over on Shelby Avenue, so I was born on Shelby Avenue. And it's a Lincoln that changed to all the African Americans around here in the beaches area. It's a Lincoln that changed. Somebody kin to somebody, own kin to the next one. So when they're talking about Atlantic Beach and Jack Beaches against each other, I said, I ain't going down there fighting my cousin. You know, and it's such a, you know, but there's so much going on in the streets, you know. And I would say this to all young people. They need to go to school and get an education and forget about these games. The games have nothing to offer. They do not throw records away. They let them pile up on them. And the young folks, they need to, you know, they got to go through what I had to go through. I don't know, I never had a whole bicycle. Bicycle with no tires on the rims, no chain. I used to run and jump on it to get around. And they got school buses passing right by their house. They won't have them. They got the best schools in the world to go to. And they will not go. And I wish I had. All these privileges that we got, they need to take advantage of. Because if they have nothing to offer but trouble, sooner or later you're going to be back on that plantation. And them judges ain't playing around. They're going to give you some time. If they give you a break, you're going to take advantage of it. Because the federal government will give you a grant to go to school. If you want to go to school, they give you a training. Because it's for real out there now. Them judges got other stuff to do. You're going around with a gun, shooting up people. What are you going to do? You're going to get some time, some long time. They got a place fighting. So what I tell this to the young people, they need to go and stay in school and stop all this crazy stuff. Because some judges got something else to do. And if you keep going out there, you're going to get a felony and you ain't going to be able to get nothing.
All right, we have someone here.
name of Voo-Swar, my daughter's name. My daughter. And, we just get some name for the place when I got it built. And, they wanted to name it Earnest Davis. That didn't sound right. They said, Daddy, we gonna get a name for the place when you come home from work. And I said, yeah, I'm home from work, we sat at the table, and they came up with the name. We got a name for it. So they said, oh, no. That's so every place, we gonna find a name for the place. So we said, well, we're gonna draw the straws up. Somehow or another, I got that sharp straw. So, hey, you got to go along with it. So they showed me the picture, and after I read it, Voo-Swar is that's because of our height and disability in Holland. So when I read it, I said, that's he's strong in the heart. That's the strongest point of a bridge or archway of all. And French and men come into. And when the British ships come into Mayport, they come at the place, I couldn't have had one guy that could speak English and the rest of them couldn't. Because I ain't know nothing about no private man. Because they said, so going to home to me, this is some transfer, and I tried it. But see, it's a lot of stuff that I know about. The roads, Pimley Road, it was ever built. Pimley Road come through Mr. Penman and Mr. Shaw. And Mr. Penman kept the crew going because what they used to ride the truck and Mr. Hawley people. And that's how Pimley Road got his name. When Dixon, Mr. Davis, he used to give $1 million to everyone's college. A lot of them didn't know that. But Mr. Davis, my grandmother used to iron his shirt on an old coal pot. She used to iron his shirt. My mama did a lot of hard work, but she worked there for the Michael. She was a maid. I know Landon, Ruby Landon, I used to be going and chasing balls, walking all the way to Palm Beach. Palm Beach, boy, got his name, it used to be called a sand plant. We call it Humphrey Oldman. My brother, Jim, was born in Palm Beach. Elsie was born in Palm Beach. Joe was born in East Palais. And I was the only one born in Jack Beach on Shirley. And so it's a lot of old history. Some of y'all know about some of this, but I'm telling you the truth. Mayport, I know about all of that. Because I had some, I did a lot of art. And it wasn't easy to but I thank God for my mama, because she was a great teacher, and her name was Lily Mae. And what Lily Mae says was the Lord in all my heart. When she walked up, because I was raised up right across the street, and my mother, when she moved out here, she read it from the Sunday, Mama and Pop Sunday. I knew about the Golden. I knew about Pop Golden and Mama Golden when they first go. I knew about all that. I seen a lot. I knew about the Pellman Rob, the Bluebird Night Club, the Pretty Place, all they were talking about, Mr. Joe Knight, people out there in Mayport, Johnny Barber, Matt Ron, all of them I know about all these people. I'm Palm people, Rupert Landon, Roy Landon, all of them. All them people are still out there kids. Chase Paul and stuff like that. In Jacksonville, I knew about some of the mayors and things in Jacksonville. Well, the Matthew Bridge, what the Costa Bridge, the Gordon Bridge, I know about all of that. I was a young kid, but I was about 4 years old. Before you go into Jacksonville, you had to go down the south side and catch the ferry. So the ferry used to go far. Before they built. I don't know whether any of y'all know that, but I was a small kid. But the Bumpkin had over there, 49 remember the rubber seat in the back. How many of y'all remember the rubber seat in the back of the car? Rubber seat? How many of the rubber seat? High top shoes on. And behind the sit back, boy. Then we waited for the ferry to come up. Yeah. My brother, he owns a lot of land in Jacksonville. His name was Doug Phillips. He was a big time gentleman. And he had a lot of houses, he owned a lot of land. And he was from Broad Street, back in Baker Street. Those stands there, the fathers, the rich, we used to go there to watch wrestling and stuff like that. It's still. But I remember about the whole New York thing. Ain't too much you can tell me about New York County, because when I go out of town, they say, you from Jacksonville? I say, yeah, I'm from Jacksonville. Yeah. I am from Jacksonville, but I live in the first one I want to say, who all had something to do with it? God bless you.
Davis, before we wrap it up, tell us a little bit about some of the teachers that you had growing up in school. Tell us a little bit about school. We're all the way up to your time.
I was born in Hardy, and one teacher that I had in elementary school was from Atlantic Beach. That was different Atlantic Beach. That was Mr. Earnest Davis, and that was Mother Simmons' goddaughter. And she was one of the ones that I really will always remember her. And when I came from understanding, there was principal there, Eugene Butler. And he made sure there was some another comment. He made sure that some of the there was. I just enjoyed school, period. That was my favorite subject was algebra and mathematics and stuff like that. I like the challenge of it. But she was the one that you would know, that people here would know, that she passed away several years ago. But she was a very big woman about this country.
Y'all give them a hand again.
I want to thank you all for coming today, and thank the committee that got this project into reality, and thank Obio Saccone for being a great moderator. I just want to say from my heart, I've lived in Atlantic Beach for 20 years and I've never seen a gathering like this, and it really warms my heart that all of you participated, came, and seemed interested. Our panelists did a wonderful job of starting, of course, with Mr. E, who has been the proprietor of the Voo-Swar since 1963. This is the oldest continuing business in Atlantic Beach. This is history that we share, and we should share together as people. I can't tell you how gratified I am that you all came and that all of the panelists participated. I can't think of a better day than I've had as the mayor of Atlantic Beach. So thank you to the committee that was responsible for this. Thank you to Mr. E and Lewis for being so open to this. Thank you for OBO for being a great moderator. Thank you for bringing our community together. Thank you to the Beaches Museum for recognizing this as an opportunity to share great history and beaches. We're all in this together. And I think this is the way we start, is through dialogue, coming together and Thank you so much. So let's make sure that we do business with the Voo-Swar. Thank you to the Birds of Fire, in particular Kenny White, whose idea really was the story. Where are you? Thank you very much. He really said this would be a great opportunity to share Black history in the community of Virginia Beach. I see so many friends and neighbors here, and there's a lot of love to share. So let's do it together as community, everyone. Again, my heart is full. Thank you so much for coming. I can't tell you how much this means. And who do I need to turn it over to? All right, here we go to OBO.
Thank you, Mary Watson. Again, we want to thank the City of Atlantic Beach, the Voo-Swar Restaurant, the Beaches Museum, Mayor Glasser, Commissioner Brittany Norris, Kevin Hogenkamp, Brittany Cogill, and Chris Hoffman. Give them a hand again. Also, Birds of Fire is going to be sticking around a little bit. There's some food out front for you for free. And this is going to be the only time it's for free. You want to come in and think this time is rich. Also, we do have the walk-up oral history corner. Make sure you stop by there if you have a story so we can get you on the record. Again, thank you so much for coming.